Yo, what up, 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 and what is up? Yo, I'm excited about this show. Boy, I'm excited.
Are you?
Shut up.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, man. Welcome to the show, man. We live here from the DMV, man. If y'all don't know, man, welcome to all of our people watching on Facebook Live. Big shout outs. Big shout outs go to a couple of people that help us out and everything like that. But before that, man, you know, gotta run it down with the fellas, man. You know, got my boys up in here. What y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How y'all live?
Good.
Why Trent, I always try to figure out, like, bro, why is it good? All right. Yeah.
Sorry about that, Eugene.
Nigga started early. This nigga done started early.
Watch your mouth now. Watch your mouth now.
Man, Rob, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
Hey, you see how you do me, man?
Man, you deserve it. You deserve it.
For real though, huh? I guess that's how you feel. That's how you feel. You know, it's all right. Whatever. All right, look, man, I got to give a big shout out to arcoutlets.com, man. If you got a business, if you're a small business owner, all you got to do is go to arcoutlets.com. You can put your business out on their website for people to search. Big shout out to Rock Bottom Music Group, man. Rock Bottom Music Group has been a big contributor of ours. Been helping us out over the course of the last few months with beats and music and everything like that. So appreciate you all. Also, man, big shout out to my boy, my little cousin, man, Adrian Amos, man, starting his new thing with his line, official Adrian Amos out clothing. As you can see, I'm rocking it. And guess what, y'all? We got them in the building, man. I got Adrian Amos and Nehemiah here. What's up, fella? How y'all doing? Adrian, what's going on?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm glad you can join us. You know, as y'all can see, Green Bay doesn't have the best internet connection.
But they do have some of the best football players.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
And also,
we make do.
And also, we got Nehemiah Wallace, man. With Nehemiah Wallace from Branded Bespoke. How you doing, Nehemiah?
How you doing, man? Good. Thanks for having me, guys.
What's
Pleasure.
going on, man? What's happening?
Yeah, so he didn't say nothing.
Yeah, that's all right.
Nah, I'm saying, how you doing, man? What's up?
We're going to come back to that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you got the crickets on that one, Rob.
That's cool. That's all right.
Anyway, y'all know how we kick this thing off, man. We got to go around the room and say what's in the cup. And I'm going to start with my far brothers out there in Wonderland. Adrian, I don't know if you're drinking anything, but what you got in the cup there, player?
Man, I got a little water right now, a little body armor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta hydrate.
All right,
Nice.
nice. I hope Body Armor's paying you because they not paying us.
Yeah, mail that check to P.O. Box.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they definitely not paying us. You know, we ain't gonna name no names up in here. Nehemiah, man, what you got? What you got in your cup, player?
Just a little iced tea, man. I'm saved and sanctified, brother.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
Put it on there.
Yeah, he came out
There you
firing
go.
on all cylinders right there.
He's saved and sanctified.
Saved and
Yeah,
sanctified.
yeah.
Filled with it.
What he ain't telling y'all is it's that Southern spiked iced tea. That's all right. That's all right.
There's something in there.
Something a little extra.
What am I drinking? Oh, I'm drinking that straight black coffee. Black. I've been drinking coffee, man, since I woke up this morning, man. It's rough morning.
It makes two of us, man. I got some. This coffee is good. It's just got a little bit of cream and sugar in it, but that's man. I'm good.
Shout out to the McDaniel for the coffee, man. Delicious.
You shout him out. I'm drinking his coffee.
Shout out Ronald. It's good, man.
Boy, something wrong with this dude.
Thank
Anyway,
you, G.
all right. So look, man, we gotta kick this thing off. You know what? After the show over, man, meet me outside, bro.
Okay.
Meet me outside.
Nope.
Meet me outside.
Nope.
Anyway, after we gotta kick this thing off, man. As y'all can see, a couple of us are rocking the attire of official Adrian Amos' clothing line, and we have Adrian Amos, and we have one of I think the sole designer, Nehemiah Wallace of Branded Bespoke, who is operating and running this. And we want to spend a couple of minutes to let you both talk about the platform that you're holding with the clothing line. What provided your interest to get it going, get it popping, and all that good stuff? Because I think it's a good story that everybody needs to hear.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. With respect to Adrian, I think I'll spearhead. Um, Obviously, Adrian is a part of the Green Bay Packers organization, so a lot of the pieces are coinciding with the colorways. But it's really more so an opportunity for us to segue outside of football and introduce to the market Adrian, the person. A lot of the garments you'll see are stamped with scriptures that have connection to him personally, and really just trying to segue a connection to a faith-based standpoint with exceptional quality. Um, so that's pretty much the gist of it. Right now, we got about 27 to 50 states on lock. We're setting up a brick and mortar situation as well. And currently, we have the online marketplace going. So you can check out all product at officialadrianamos.com for all your needs.
So let me ask you this: is Amos or Amos? Yeah, you gotta get that right there, player.
Oh, man. Amos.
Nah,
Amos.
nah, look. But I really consider Amos being like my nickname because growing up just playing football, that's all I hear is Amos, Amos. It to a point where I don't even correct no more because but my father, a lot of his friends growing up called him Amo, and then they called me Lil Amo. So when I hear it, I just consider it that. So but when we going into this talking more about this brand, I just feel like it's something cool, outside of football, to get fans and family members and others that just like the design of it, just um, get my name out there a little bit more, something that I could be proud of off the field, as in just getting into a different market field, just trying to see what I can do with it. I like new designs. My sister is very creative with drawing and art, and she's making different types of logos and different things that people want to see on shirts. So it's been fun doing that. This is something that's genuinely fun to me.
That's what's up, man. I know you and I both, we talked about this for years, and to see it, kind of pop off the way it's popping off, couldn't be any prouder. Couldn't be any more happier for you. Hopefully, this thing takes off, and next thing you know, it's up in Nordstrom somewhere.
Well,
You know
That's
what I'm
that's
right.
saying?
I think it's going to take off great. I mean, them being able to, bring Adrian outside of football and see his clothing line, his foundation that he,
Yeah.
started,
Mm-hmm.
all the wonderful things that he's getting into the community and stuff. Man, I'm telling you, it's going to be an awesome.
That's an interesting point that you brought up, Rob. Adrian, I do want you to take a couple minutes to talk about the Adrian Amos I'm Still Here Foundation. It's very, very important foundation for a number of reasons, and I'll let you go ahead and talk about it and let everybody know exactly what it is and why you started it.
Yeah. First, I first came up with the idea for the foundation just because my grandmother, she passed away for Alzheimer's, but um, just seeing her struggle over the years, um, it just felt like I wanted to do something to help. I already wanted to be in the community with the kids, but um, this is something else that's near and dear to my heart as far as the foundation, as far as Alzheimer's. So um, just wanted to do something where I can collab with other um, foundations in order to help spread the awareness, not only the awareness of the Alzheimer's Foundation, but also care for the caregivers of those people affected by dementia, um, and for the studies in order to find a cure, because this is a disease that when it hits you, it hits you. It's no cure. It's almost like you just have to play the waiting game to, let it, work its course. So um, I feel as though just helping and with my platform that I can and I'm able to use in order to help people that voices really wouldn't be heard unless it was broadcasted in that way.
Yeah, that's that, like I said, that's some dope stuff. And I know the team that's assisting with that is looking forward to, getting out of this post-COVID bubble, so that way we can get back to business and get things started. Gentlemen, I appreciate you all coming on and talking about this. So we got you all on for the long haul, and y'all gonna be guest co-hosts for the rest of the day.
Oh yeah.
So we about to get it kicking and popping,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
We about to get it kicking and popping, and Trent, y'all know what time it is, man. Yeah, it's around the horn, baby. It was around the horn. Let me do it again. Yeah, there it is. Trent, man, what you got?
All right, guys. So the first topic that we have, Dwayne Haskins got benched this past week, and a big thing that was trending on Twitter was everybody was like, they seem to give more grace periods to white quarterbacks than they do to black quarterbacks. Even though apparently Dwayne Haskins has like a better pass rating than a couple of still starting white quarterbacks who are also 0-4 or whatever. And so, what do you guys think? I mean, because that's we hear it a lot on Twitter or whatever. But
let me tell you something, man. Kyle Allen is no better.
Yeah,
he's no better.
Yeah.
I don't think they benched him because his stat line was either better or worse. I think they benched him as a punishment, because there was an article that I read on the way in here today that stated that he was in the locker room bragging about his stat line.
Really?
No
what's
bullshit.
That line? What's that line he bragging about?
Excuse me, he threw for over 300 yards with 0 interceptions and 0
in one game.
Yeah, in one game. And he was in the locker. Even when he was on the field, he was bouncing around and having a good time. And they just got handled by Baltimore. And so that's the reason why Ron Rivera and them guys decided to throw him. I mean, that's the article I read.
Yeah.
So,
wow, I didn't hear that.
I don't know, Nehemiah. You shaking your head, man. What you got,
what do you
man?
think, man?
I mean, I think the brother needs time, man. We have to be realistic with the expectation of any quarterback. And if he was bragging or whatever the case may be, he needs that swagger to stay in pocket. Punishing your starting QB is just not an option. I think the kid needs more time.
I don't know, man. I mean, yeah.
Well, my opinion on the topic.
Let's get it from the pro right here. Let's get it from the pro.
Yeah. I mean,
you picked him off. Picked him off last year.
What I think is, I think it's a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? I can see why people saying that black quarterbacks have a short leash, because history serves, they do have a little bit of shorter leash. But what I will say is, I think quarterbacks in this mainstream media today have more of a short leash period, because everybody wants it right now. And if you're not producing right now, they want you out of there. Like, Haskins has not been a starter for a full year yet. He hasn't had a full year with with weapons around him, with those positions. But as a football player, you say produce anyway, because you know that there's a possibility that you can be fired. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like Bill O'Brien that just got fired. Like, I feel as though it's the media surrounding it is reasons why he got fired as well, because they have been a playoff team before he got there. The Texans wasn't, you know what I'm saying? So he has produced to a certain extent before he got retired. But when you have media around it, when you have all that pressure around it, I think a lot of decisions are made off of emotions and the media surrounding it.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's a good point.
I can see that. That's a good point.
I think that it's crazy when you got your defense in there and they're busting their asses to try to help save the game, or try to do their jobs, and you got a quarterback bouncing around back there talking about, I just threw for 300 yards.
Well, Philly wouldn't know anything about a good defense. They sucked all year.
Oh. Next topic, everybody. Topic number 2. Man, that was
love you, Rob.
That was low. Next topic, we got a black vice president at Versace. Says that he was racially profiled while because he was jaywalking or whatever. So we have the video. It's just playing. Okay, cool. Yeah, and so yeah, I mean, he was. I believe it was in L.A. or whatever, but he got
Hills.
yeah, and say he got racial profile.
But you know the funny thing about that video is you see the cops that walked up. It's like 5 cops came up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And they kept walking past his bags, looking in his bags.
Yeah.
So it's like it's automatically some kind of profiling going on right there. I mean, jaywalking, dude.
Yeah, well, they said that's the reason why they
That's
stopped
still
him.
a
But
thing. Word.
yeah, they still actually do that in California, apparently. But but my thing is I was talking to someone. I was saying it seems like they were called on him.
That's what I said.
You know what I mean? Like 5 officers just don't come out of nowhere poking in your shit. You know what I mean? Unless they were maybe somebody in a boutique or maybe somebody in one of the restaurants that he walked by might have called the cops, which and they don't have to tell you the truth, regardless of what you think. They can say that they can make up a story, to protect whoever it is that called and say, hey, you might have a nuclear bomb in your back pocket or something.
Right. Like I said, it's I don't know. Nehemiah, I know you chiming in at the bits.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just sad, man. In 2020, people of color, in particular Black people, are still facing these type of plights. I didn't think he posed any threat that would warrant 5 officers, but it's just America, I guess.
I mean, it really shows you that no matter what level you get to, right, you can still be, racially profiled. Like Oprah was, I believe, in France. She was in a, I'm not sure what shop she was in, but she was out in Paris shopping, whatever, and they racially profiled her. And I'm like, how you racially profile Oprah? I was like,
Not everybody knows who Oprah is.
man, if you don't know who Oprah is, then
Come on, man.
you ain't got no TV, you ain't got a phone, you ain't got no magazines, newspapers, you ain't got nothing. You living on a rock, a literal rock. If you don't know who Oprah is,
I don't know who Oprah is.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you
If she
do.
walked in here right now, I'd be like, "What's up, Ophie?"
Nah, you'll put the whole Dave Chappelle try.
Gotcha.
Got him. Got him.
Exactly.
Robert, I'm pregnant. Gotcha.
All right, so yeah. Anybody else got any follows on that?
I don't think so.
All right, so the next topic we got the couple in St. Louis that pulled their weapons on Black Lives Matter protesters. I believe the McCloskeys, whatever. They ended up getting indicted.
I thought you said Macaulay Culkin.
McCloskeys. They got indicted. I mean, how far do you guys think this is gonna go? I mean, do you think it's
nowhere. What state this happened in?
Missouri? It's St. Louis.
Yeah, this ain't going nowhere.
Oh wow. Is it anything similar to Florida with like a stand your ground and all that? I'm not versed.
I don't know if Missouri has stand your ground law.
I mean, even still, I mean, what stand your ground? I mean, they walking on public land. They walking on public property.
Right.
They weren't on their property.
Right.
They were walking past the property.
It was in the street.
Yeah. So I mean, if that's the case, I'm gonna go outside and just stand in my driveway and hold my gun out.
Yeah, but don't they?
The next time somebody speed down the road, I'm just gonna have my gun out.
Nah, you know what I used to do? I used to roll a basketball out in front of speeding cars.
I can see that, Rob. I can see you doing that.
Yeah.
Evil.
But I got 3 daughters. Well, at the time I had 3 little daughters. Man, you hit one of my. God help you, if you hit one of my kids, because I can't do nothing for you. So I'd rather roll this ball out there and have you slow down a little bit. But anyway, back to this, like the whole open carry thing. You know what I mean? Like openly carrying in Pennsylvania, Virginia, and stuff like that. Is that legal in where they live at? And if so, then how could they be charged with brandishing firearms? Because that's what they were charged with. One of the crimes. So you got these guys walking into Capitol buildings and states and stuff that are carrying AR-15s and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Why aren't they being charged if these people are being charged?
Right.
I'm not trying to get them off or spring them or anything. I mean, honestly, I think they were a bit excessive with this shit, and I think they should be brought up on charges. Yeah. But I'm also one of these type of guys. Whereas, if I hit you, you're not gonna know it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's not necessary.
What you gonna hit him with, Rob?
A baseball bat.
Oh,
I'm gonna hit him with a lacrosse ball.
No, he gonna hit him with a wrench. If you can dodge a ball, you can. If you can dodge a wrench, you can
dodge
dodge a ball. It's funny that you brought up the guys at the state capitol, the armed guys at state capitol, because a couple of those guys were the ones that got indicted.
Got indicted for the kidnapping
to
attempt.
try to kidnap. Yeah.
Now
man,
we're
yeah,
gonna
got-
talk about that later on, but you know what? That goes back to my point I made a few weeks ago. But I ain't gonna talk about it right now. We're gonna talk about
Vanilla ISIS. That's what they're calling them on Twitter. It's trending on Twitter. So the next topic we've got, and we kind of discussed this a couple times in this show regarding the Breonna Taylor case. The Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron didn't
bumfuck.
bring up murder charges. Didn't ask for murder charges. Like none of that. This is all this new information is now coming out. And I think the governor is trying to get them to release all the information that has to do with this case, whatever. But this is one of the things that came up, man. This is wild.
Jeez. I don't know. Adrian, I want to hear your take on it.
Yeah,
Adrian,
what's he think?
what'd you take on this? Because I know the NFL is taking a stance on a lot of this social justice issues, and this is one of them.
This one it's a hard topic because everybody is trying to focus on the dirt of the victims. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though that's a big problem. You know what I'm saying? When you're focusing on the person that's dead and what they've done wrong, I think that's where you lose me. You know what I'm saying? With all of this stuff going on, we know that there's problem. We know there's racism and there's different things for different situations. But at the end of the day, let's take away whatever you think about the person that's been harmed, and wrong is wrong. They shouldn't be dead. You know what I'm saying? So that's really been my stance from day one. I really don't even get into the actual specifics of this or that. Where are they supposed to be killed? You know what I'm saying? And whenever I think about her in that sense, like, is she supposed to be dead right now? If not, then somebody's at fault, and it's not the person that's dead.
Right. Yeah, and the funny thing is, not the funny thing, but the sad thing is, there's a newspaper article, or there's a picture floating around of Breonna Taylor with her boyfriend, and she's holding the boyfriend's gun that he apparently used when he shot at the officers.
So
exactly,
Illegally registered firearm.
Exactly. So the fact that the media, or you have of people that are against this whole idea of justice for Breonna Taylor, the fact that they allowed this picture to go out here, and they're trying to portray it as an image of her being. I've heard so many people say she's a drug dealer. There's no proven evidence to say that she was a drug dealer. She's associated with a drug dealer. But how many people in inner cities that are female have drug dealer boyfriends? They associate. That doesn't mean that they deserve to die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a fucked up mentality that we have.
Yeah. And
until Nehemiah, you said it better earlier. You said 2020, we still got to deal with stuff like this when we were talking about the VP out in L.A. Going through his situation. But when we got this, it's 2020. But when are we going to change this mentality of other people? Do we have to go out here and teach them? I mean, Rob, no offense, your boy is trying to get rid of diversity training, saying that it's racist, right? But essentially, diversity training is the only thing that helps people to understand their own biases, implicit or explicit biases, right?
yeah, I mean, it's supposed to.
Right, it's supposed to. It's supposed to help people. Yeah, it's supposed to help people out. But if you take stuff like that away, we only going back 50, 100 years. You know what I'm saying?
They've been doing this for so long, though, man. I mean, they did it with Trayvon Martin. You know, Trayvon Martin's dead in the street, and they end up, posting, pictures and stuff like that, trying to show him throwing up gang signs, whatever. They try to say he had weed or whatever and all this other stuff, and say, like, they've been doing this for so long.
I think
man.
Trayvon Martin's a bad example, but there are other examples that you could use
I
that
disagree
point
with that.
exactly.
How
Could point directly to what it is that you're referring
how's
to.
Trayvon a bad example?
Trayvon was murdered by he wasn't murdered by an authority. You know what I mean?
He was a wannabe. He was a wannabe.
He was murdered by some psychopathic weirdo named George Zimmerman.
But I'm saying they always use. It don't matter if what I'm saying is if it's a black person, right, that has been murdered, whatever. for no reason, right? Then what they do is they try to demonize the victim.
Well, they
whatever.
did the same thing to George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he was,
Right.
you know, on drugs. He was this, he was that. That has absolutely, he was a felon. I don't give
Yeah.
a shit if he was a felon.
Yeah.
You for 8 minutes and 41 seconds, you stood there and watched a police officer put a knee in the man in the back of this man's head. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
what the hell does he, being whatever the hell he was, have to do with the way that he was treated before he died?
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you from being not a combatant commander, but being in charge of troops in combat, when people start crying out for their mothers, they're dying.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? To sit there and hear a grown ass man cry out for his mom, and you're not going to do, you're going to stand there and not do anything about it.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what I was trying to say. You know, there are different things that we can do, other examples that we could use. You know, where black people were murdered by authorities, or killed by. Like I have a friend of mine when I was a kid that was hung in his jail cell. You know what I mean? There's all sorts of examples. The Sandra Bland, you know what I mean, that was killed in her jail cell.
Yeah.
I mean, we can even go back and talk up to the what was my man, the child molester, Jeff. What the hell was his name?
Epstein?
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill
He didn't kill himself.
Yeah, these are all at the hands of authorities.
Yeah.
So I mean, we could do all this all day long and just point the finger at where our authorities are dropping the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's terrible. But
The media has a huge role to play in this as well, because they're the ones that's putting these pictures and the information out there, and that's contributing to the demonization of these victims as well.
Well, don't ever do anything wrong in your entire fucking life, because if you do and something happens to you, I guarantee you that's going to be on the front page of the Wall Street Journal.
Exactly. Yep.
Or they'll
If you're
find
black.
something. We say,
If you're
there
black,
you go.
yeah.
Only
if
if
you're
you're black.
Not Dylan Roof. They won't do that to Dylan Roof.
Well,
No, they'll take a Burger King.
they'll find a picture of them at Starbucks.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. Right. Yeah.
that's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smiling and all happy with a tie on.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, that wraps up Around the Horn. I appreciate it. All right, so look, man. You know what we're gonna do? I think we're going to go to a commercial break. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll hit the hot button topics for the rest of the week. Are you still searching for clothes in your closet? Looking for that summer outfit, maybe that fall outfit? Well, hit up my man at Shades of Faces. Shades of Faces has some of the tightest urban swag out there. You can hit him up on Instagram or Facebook, Shades of Faces, and tell my man that Comfortable Being Uncomfortable sent you. What's up, man? It's Doc Ronnie Mac, yo. I just had to stop by to drop this nugget on you all. If you're looking for some comfortable activewear that you can wear to the gym, around the house when you're cleaning up, or when you're in the street running errands, you need to shop at Recovery Athletics. All you have to do is go to www.recoveryathletics.com to get both women's and men's fashionable and functional apparel. Even sweeter, yo, it will not break the bank. You know why? Because we're running a 35% off promotion. All you have to do is use code RA35 at checkout, and you will get 35% off your entire order. Now, come on. Top brands can't even top that, yo. All right, so yeah, we back, and it was a great first segment, man. Had my boys Nehemiah and Adrian on, talking about their brand, talking about the line and the lineup of the clothes and all that good stuff, and yeah, boy, we about to kick things off hard now.
Yo, I got a question real quick.
No,
Okay.
no, what's your question, Rob?
Okay.
Go
That's
ahead,
for
Rob. Go
Nehemiah,
ahead.
man. I want to know, Nehemiah. Hey, bro, what made you get into fashion, man?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm just curious.
That's a great question.
I just want to know what drew
You missed
to
your
that.
chance to say that during the show earlier. You missed it earlier.
I'm
You missed it. Now hold on, because you know what? I want to hear what he had to say too. But you know what, Rob? You had 10 minutes. You had 10 minutes to ask that question earlier, and you didn't ask it.
Oh my God!
I don't know if you have stardom shock or whatever.
No, I was watching. I was watching you change your hat for the third time.
No, you know what? Here's the thing. Rob freezes up when he sees celebrities.
What?
Yeah, you freeze up, man. You froze up earlier. You froze up.
Oh,
I'm gonna drink my coffee. Some things don't deserve a response.
I mean, to answer the question more in a direct sense, I don't think I'm into fashion, more so into style. Style being more personal to the individual. Hence the concept branded bespoke. Bespoke is one of one, custom made, and we're all branded and being one of one. So, my personal style is just recreated throughout the brand concept. Started out maybe a decade or so ago, taking it more serious and more professional, monetizing the concept. But it's just hand in hand with my own lifestyle, man. I'm committed to just being fly.
You know what? I want you to talk about the eyewear too, man, because I see you got the eyewear on right now.
Yeah.
Because you didn't bring it up earlier, and I'm I can't wear glasses like you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you got to talk about
Branded
that too.
Bespoke Eyewear is just an off-brand entity within. All the specs are custom made as well. We have ready-to-wear pieces. Currently, we have an online marketplace, which is brandedbespokeeyewear.com. Really, it more so drafted from the pandemic set. We were sitting on these sketches for about 18 months or so. But when Midtown, where we're based in New York City, got hit pretty hard with the COVID situation, occasion began to lack. So like our tire sales kind of, decreased. So we decided to launch the eyewear and have had positive response since then. But yeah, check it out. brandedbespokeeyewear.com, Branded Bespoke on Instagram as well as Facebook for all your needs, man.
There you go.
And I got one more question.
God.
It's for Adrian.
Bro, you had 10 minutes.
Man.
You had 10 minutes,
Man.
dog. We trying to get to the second part of the show.
We're
Go
going
ahead,
to
man.
get there real quick.
Go ahead.
Yo, Adrian.
He said, huh?
Yo.
Hold on.
Man.
Yeah.
My question is, what's your handicap, man?
Golf.
Yeah, you play golf, right?
Yeah.
What you mean? In golf?
Yeah, in golf.
What's my handicap?
Yeah.
Wait, I ain't even there yet. I'm not even to keep a score yet.
Working up
That's
to
why
it.
I'm a beginner.
Yeah.
I just go out there and hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm good at driving and putting. The in between game,
Mhm.
I struggle.
Yeah.
Okay, on the fairway. Got you.
I whipped his ass.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I-
I don't
hey,
believe that
no,
one
no.
damn bit.
One thing y'all gonna learn is that we a very competitive family, and I whipped his ass.
And you come in last.
All right, yo, look,
right,
so
y'all.
man, we gotta kick it off, man. Very the main topic this week, man. Y'all saw the vice presidential debate, much better than the presidential debate that we had a couple weeks ago. But it was a lot of things that happened between the candidates not answering the questions, the fly that landed on Pence's head, or pile of shit. I don't know how you want to put it. But it's a lot of things that happen, a lot of things to be talked about, man. I got to get y'all's take on what you thought. And Rob, I got to kick it off to my conservative friend over here to see how you really think Pence may have saved the Republican Party, or maybe he did not.
Well, in my opinion, I think that Vice President Pence showed Kamala Harris how the game is played. Because
What?
that's really what it. See. That's what I'm
starting with this mess, man.
See, this is that shit. This is that shit. No,
How you fix your mouth to even say that, though?
because that's how the game. Look, I honestly believe that Mike Pence wiped the floor with Kamala Harris. If we were standing up there and we were judging elections based on facial expressions and shit and hand movements and all that other shit, then Kamala Harris won hands down. But that's not how this game is played.
So then Trump lost his debate then
well, Trump gave
because
you
he does that all the time.
Trump gave you a show. Everybody wanted to see a show when they tuned in, right? Donald Trump showed you how the game was played.
I'm curious, Rob, because everybody, on the
Oh
on the right,
Yeah.
everybody on the right is jumping on Kamala Harris, talking about her facial expressions, and and I'm like, yo, have you watched a montage of all of Trump's debates? That's all he does is do. So why are you coming after her facial expressions, but y'all keep y'all mouth shut when it comes to Trump's facial expressions?
So what are you saying? You're saying that the only reason why I went after Kamala and her facial expressions is because she's black?
Yes.
No. Yeah.
Why did you?
No.
What?
Wait, hold on, damn it. All right. Wait a second. No, that's not the reason.
I didn't even bring up color. I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, because that's what you're alluding to.
No, I'm not. Nope, I'm not. I'm alluding to the left and the right and the difference between how you guys treat your candidates between how you treat the other candidates. There is a
Donald Trump stood up there and made those facial expressions and the hand movements, and then told Hillary Clinton that he would put her ass in jail.
Why y'all talking about Hillary Clinton, man? Stop.
No. You
brought up facial expressions, and I just brought up Trump.
Hold on, Trent. Let me say something. Right? Hold on, let me say something. All right, because for the last couple of days, I've heard a lot of people talk about Hillary Clinton like she's running for fucking president again. She's not running. She's not running. You got Mike Pompeo talking about we're going to release all the emails dealing with Hillary Clinton. Did y'all forget who y'all were running against this time?
Ron, they know that they're going to get they butts wiped in the November election. So they got to go back to the same playbook.
He over here talking about Hillary Clinton.
So they got to go back to the same playbook that they think helped them win, but when in actuality, just people didn't come out and vote.
Are you serious? Hillary Clinton financed that daggone Steele dossier and then wound up sanctioned all that shit. And
Joe Biden is running for president.
Joe Biden was the vice president at the time. All this went down.
Have you seen
Joe
Aliens
Biden?
And they were briefed on it.
Man, that tinfoil hat looked real good on you.
You know what? I'll make this shit look good. All I got to do is call up Nehemiah. He'll customize that shit for me. I'm going to have a customized tinfoil hat, goddammit.
Well, Nehemiah, we're going to put an order in.
Yeah.
Because that
We
joint
had to
is
charge him
shining.
double, man. I don't know. Some of them views, but we got to charge you the extra tax.
But no, all right. So look, back to this vice presidential debate.
What was that?
Vice presidential debate.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so
Rob really
and y'all want to talk about the fly landing on my man's head. The fly landed on Obama, and the fly landed on what's the name at the SAG. Everybody that's ever given a debate over
all of a sudden you forgot her name. All of a sudden you forgot her name. You just
sat
here
for 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes and chastised Hillary Clinton, and you can't even remember her name just now.
No, I'm just trying to figure.
That boy.
I'm just trying to figure out why he's screaming at me. I'm 2 feet from him. He's like, rah, 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 rah. I hear
but hold
you. Okay.
But hold on, Rob never explained why he thought he won.
Oh, why I think Mike Pence
did
won?
you ever explain that?
You think you're gonna get an explanation?
Is it just because of the facial expressions, or did he say what did he? I'm saying what did he say to make you think he won?
Well,
Good
I think
question,
that he should. Yeah, good question.
Great question.
Yeah, a fantastic question.
See if we get an answer.
All right.
Okay.
You're waiting.
You had all week to think about this.
So here we go. Honestly, I think that Mike Pence asked her the tough questions, the questions that she wasn't being asked in the media. The question that the media refuses to ask Joe Biden, the questions that they refuse to ask Kamala Harris, like, what does your economic plan look like? Why is it that you're denying that you were going to shut down fracking and the complete abolition of fossil fuels? And 1 minute you're saying that you weren't going to do it, but we have you on tape saying that you were. All the tough questions that are not being asked to them on a regular basis because nobody could find Joe Biden anywhere, and Kamala Harris is getting off a plane wearing some Timbs looking like $1 million, but at the same time,
You got a problem with her wearing Timbs?
No, he said she looked like $1 million. He was giving her some props.
My bad.
Drink your cup. Drink what's in your cup, bro. So, but I think that's the reason why I think Mike Pence showed her how the game was played, because all she did was just dance around topics like, are you going to stack the Supreme Court if you get into the office? Are you going to go from 9 justices all the way up to whatever, even though we've had 9 justices for the last 150 years. So, and that's a question she never answered.
Yeah, that's on one side. Did you ever look at the questions that Pence didn't answer?
Okay. So with that's what I was about to ask. What did Pence answer? Like you keep what Kamala didn't do. What did Pence answer?
Well, I think that Pence did the professional politician
No,
dance when it comes to
stop
dancing around a bunch of topics he didn't want to talk about.
So okay, so
there was a series
it works on one side, not the other side.
I just sat here and said that he did the political dance where he danced around a bunch of
I
questions.
said it works on one side and not the other side.
Does it sound like I'm saying that?
Yes,
Because
that's
I'm
what
saying
you-
that.
That's exactly what
both
you just
did the
said.
exact same
That's exactly
shit.
what you just said.
Yo, why are you trying to get us to
why
argue
you-
up in here,
so
man?
why
This
you-
is your fault, Adrian.
No, so
Yo,
why you come after Kamala? So why you say that about Kamala, but you ain't say that about about Pence?
I said I am saying that about Pence. God damn it!
Well, here's the thing. He wouldn't have said it if Ron didn't call him out and say
I
that.
sat there
Because
and
you would have been quiet about that if Ron ain't saying
One's in office
nothing.
and the other one's a senator. One's a vice president. He got there by dancing around topics he didn't want to talk about.
Rewind the tape.
Like, for example, the one she asked him a question that he specifically did not answer. And I think it was bullshit. Like, put it out there.
So, but Pence did the same exact thing when the moderator asked him the question.
That's who I'm referring to. Genius.
What are you talking?
She asked him a question. Listen,
She who?
listen
Wait,
to the words that are coming out of my
Kamala
mouth.
or the moderator?
What?
Kamala or the moderator? Who you talking about when you
Well,
say
it's
she?
Mike Pence
There was
versus
two
both
women
of
there.
them, so
First
it
of
might
all,
as well
so
be
you
either
got to be clear, genius, about who you talking about because you say she when you got two moderate. We got one moderator who's a female and you got Senator Kamala Harris who's also female. So don't say she. Use the names so then we're clear about it. Genius.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
I'm just saying. Be clear with your argument, man.
Come on, man. I am being clear. If you listen to what I'm saying, then you'll know who I'm referring
But
to
here's the
when I
question.
use proper pronouns.
Why are you yelling at me, man? I'm right here, bro.
Hold on.
You pulling the doc right now. You yelling right at me.
I want to know this. Did Mike Pence answer the question about systemic racism being prevalent in America?
Not no, but fuck no. That's
go.
one of the questions that he danced his
you
happy
go.
ass around, and
Right.
it pissed me off.
No.
Yeah, because he said that Kamala Harris talked about implicit biases being prevalent in the criminal justice system, and Pence said it wasn't prevalent. He did say that. He did say it wasn't. It was no issue.
And if you go back
the
on-
criminal justice system was fine. That's
If
what
you go
pretty
back
much
to
what he
our
said.
our episodes earlier, you'll see that I absolutely agree that systemic racism is a major contributor to the black plight, in America. And I've always said that.
Right.
At the same time, no, Mike Pence didn't answer the question. At the same time, Kamala Harris, if she wasn't lying about something, she was refusing to answer the question.
Yeah, House. We already established that both people avoided all the questions. If you were tuning in earlier, you would have saw that. Anyway.
Yeah, motherfucker.
But no, the fact of the thing that you said.
What I do now, man? Yeah, motherfucker.
Like, you ever seen Trading Places, Eddie Murphy?
Yeah,
He was
that's one of my favorite.
Yeah, he was
movies.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's you. Out of the background.
He was
Yeah.
out there on the skateboard with no legs, pushing up and down the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah. But Trent, real quick.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go to Nehemiah for this one. Nehemiah,
Okay.
when you saw the debate, put all your biases aside. What did you walk out of there thinking, or did you feel from both candidates?
That he hates Robert.
You're not a candidate, motherfucker.
Genius.
Are we referring to the VP debate or the
The
original
VP
with Trump?
debate. The VP debate.
I think even more so leaving the debate. For me, I just began to, and I think even Adrian, I text shortly after to ask if he was registered to vote. More than ever, this is the time for people to show up to the polls, man. 2020 is, and the pandemic situation, as far as the world just coming to a complete halt, is really putting at the forefront people's views. There are more individuals who align with Trump and Pence and just those ideals that need to cease. So they got to show up to the polls, man, and we can vote them out. But it starts there. That was my takeaway, man. Like vote, and vote for the right party.
You said this is the first time you voting?
No, I never said that.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody said this is the first time they vote. I was like, oh, okay. You said like Shaq,
But
Shaq.
in this
Shaq's
election,
first time
election, this will
For
be a
real?
lot of people's first time voting, and that's alarming.
Yeah.
Like to the point,
Yeah,
Shaq.
no,
Like,
no,
who
no,
would have thought?
Yeah.
Who would've
Yeah,
Well,
thought?
Shaq's father was in the military. How did he miss voting
Wasn't
for so
Shaq a
long?
police officer too?
At one point.
Yeah.
But just because his father in the military don't mean he got to vote, bro.
What?
You said his father was in the military. How did he miss the opportunity to vote? And I
Yeah,
said,
like
just because
I remember him giving like a speech about how he grew up and his father taught him a lot of ideals that he wound up bringing with him, throughout his life. And he was, when him and Kobe was going at it and whatnot, and all these principles and values and stuff that were instilled in him as a young man. Don't you think that when you turn 18 that you would take your principles and values and stuff to the voting booth?
not necessarily. No.
What are you, a fucking defense attorney?
No, you asked the fucking
Goddamn,
question.
dude. Like,
Nah,
what the fuck?
motherfucker, you asked the question.
Well, I'm shocked that he didn't fucking vote.
All right, well, stay shocked. Stay shocked and appalled.
I was
Sitting
saying
up here like he's the fucking family attorney and shit. Like,
Oh boy.
Shaq doesn't have to vote if he doesn't want to. Like, well, goddamn, calm down. I want some of what's in your cup.
Bro, I'm drinking Irish cream and cognac.
So about that pink eye pants guy, you think he got COVID?
Yo, that
Hell
was
yeah.
nasty looking one.
Man, that was gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got COVID.
He got that shit from you.
Shit was leaking.
That was no, was it?
Yeah, it was leaking.
No.
Yeah, you ain't see it was leaking. It was just dripping like crusty underneath the eye and everything.
I
Man.
saw he looked like the fucking Terminator and shit. Like he was about to stand up, flip the table over, and like grab Kamala Harris. Or something.
And guess what? He done infected the fly.
Yeah, that fly got COVID.
Now the fly got COVID.
I got COVID.
Yo, like y'all ain't right.
I got COVID just by looking at it.
It is airborne.
What I will say, what I will say about that fly though, that fly was sitting on his head longer than I've ever seen a fly sit on somebody ever. I've never seen a fly just sit there. It was there for like 5 minutes. I've never seen a fly sit something like when you smack it or something. But it was.
Yo, did you see Kamala's face when she saw it? Her eyes got this damn big. She didn't say shit.
He didn't feel it because he had all that hairspray on. You know what I'm saying? That joint was hard. He didn't feel it. That's why.
Too much.
It remind me of them whack ass UNICEF commercials when they go into them sorry.
Yeah, the fake flies that they probably glued to somebody's face and shit.
They be sitting on the eyelid and they can't. They be blinking and they still there.
That's because the fly knows he ain't got enough strength to smack him.
You be wanting to yell at the TV. Don't you see this motherfucker on your eye?
Oh.
Smack it.
Oh my god. You guys are terrible.
That's why I don't like UNICEF.
All of y'all
They
are
be
bad
doing shit like that,
influences,
man. UNICEF, man,
Y'all all bad influences. All of y'all.
Hey, house, there's a whole bunch of flies in your house. House over here talking shit to me, so I'm like, all right, bro, ignore this.
He's a Dallas Cowboys fan. Nothing he says matters.
Ouch.
Nobody pay no attention to you, House, man. Go somewhere.
Sorry.
Got him.
Yeah, go find a way to break the bank and overpay your quarterback so we can listen to more dumb shit come out your mouth.
Y'all know what time it is.
It's the Well of the Week with Rob.
Yo, so this week's Wow of the Week comes from the L.A. County Sheriff's Department. The L.A. County Sheriff's Department decided that they wanted to take their correction officers, and they took 4 inmates that were subjected to various minor infractions, disciplinary infractions in the county jail. And what they decided to do was take them into the visitation room. And when no one was there, they handcuffed them to the bar that was about waist high up the wall. And then they played Baby Shark on repeat at the top of the radio's lungs, basically. I mean, turned the volume all the way up. And those inmates were subjected to stand there and listen to Baby Shark on repeat for hours. And when come to find out, the sergeant knew about it and the 2 correction officers knew about it. The 2 correction officers were forced to resign. They were suspended and forced to resign, and the sergeant retired. And the sheriff came out and said that this type of behavior will not be condoned. But, yes, hours upon hours of Baby Shark on repeat, which is
That's torture.
hilarious.
Man.
Yeah,
That's legit torture right there.
That's bad. So that's the Wow of the Week. Shout out to the sheriff.
I gotta go to our special guest, man. What y'all think about this? It's crazy.
Is Baby Shark a song? Forgive me. What is that?
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay
I
alive.
can't believe he asked that question, boy. Oh boy. But did he ask that question?
Yeah.
How long Baby Shark been out?
Baby Shark been out for a
man.
while.
Hey, oh
Baby
man.
Shark been out since Rod was a kid, man.
Oh.
So you know that's how long.
Oh
Oh man, come on. Nehemiah, man, we ain't gonna hold
no,
it
it
against you,
definitely
man.
ain't been out there.
All right, we're
At least 50 years.
I hate y'all.
That joker, that joker says Baby Shark a song.
Baby Shark song. So he
Man, that's bad.
so he never heard Baby
That's
Shark.
bad.
You never,
That's
I
bad.
wish we had it so he could
That's
listen, so he
bad.
could hear it.
That's bad.
That's
Well,
almost
yeah,
like Twinkle
yeah,
Twinkle Little Star.
I mean, you know, a couple months ago when we was in quarantine, I didn't listen to Baby Shark for hours straight. My son get up there in front of the TV and just listen to Baby Shark on repeat. Play it again, play it again, play it again. So I don't know. I might can endure that.
You know, they actually made a Baltimore club song out of Baby Shark.
Get the hell out of here.
Did they?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
they do it out of a lot
They make
of.
they make
lot
a
of
they make a club song off of everything.
If I say Dora the Explorer,
SpongeBob, Dora,
SpongeBob,
Yeah.
yeah.
SpongeBob.
Yo, Baby Shark though, for real. Like, yo, if you can endure an hour of Baby Shark, my man, you got my respect. About 30 minutes in, I'm trying to look for some Drano to swallow. Like something like, God, you got to take this cup from me.
Baby Shark.
Yeah, Baby Shark, man. Yo, but Nehemiah, you might want to catch up on that, man. You know.
Nehemiah,
I'm out the loop, man. I'm out the loop.
you ain't heard Baby Shark not even
Nah.
like that. Like
I was today years old.
you was today years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't tell nobody else that. Too bad you got people watching, but
Yeah.
don't tell nobody else that.
It's confession time.
Go
with
ahead and play
Trent
that
B.
for him.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So the confession letter for this week. So here we go. It says, "Fellas and Miss Chris, love this show. I catch it on YouTube. I've been battling some real hard decisions. My confession is I've been seeing my lady for a solid 3 years now. The problem is we never ever have sex, but she isn't to blame. I am. Hear me out though. The reason why is because I have yet to go through my full change, and I will be doing that hopefully this spring, as I was supposed to last spring, but COVID shut that down. So if you're wondering, yes, I was born a woman, but I identify as a man."
That's heavy. Word.
Yeah, that's heavy, yo. That's heavy.
I don't see a problem.
I'm out this one.
Yeah, no. We come. Oh, don't go too far because we coming right to you. But me, I don't see a problem here. Is there a problem in this letter? Your girl won't have sex with you. You haven't had a change. Like, what's the problem here?
So apparently, from reading the letter, it sounds like the person was born a woman. That's what they said. They identify themselves as a man. They haven't had the full sex change. The girl that they're seeing believes that they may be a man, or a man.
I'm curious about
So-
that.
Yeah, I'm curious about that. Like, is that
So if they believe that they're man, they're believing that they got man tool in the pants.
for 3 years with no sex?
Yeah, hey.
And on top of that, like, I mean, I don't mean any disrespect, but why are you writing this if the problem is a problem that you created? You know what I mean? Like, if she's
Man,
not having sex with
how many times we get stuff that people create their own problems and they write us to ask
almost
us
all of them.
Exactly.
Yeah. But, you know, it's like, okay, she's been with you for 3 years and you ain't having sex and stuff like that. Like, you ought to be happy that she stuck with you for that long if she doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? If she does know, then you just going to have to ride it out until you get your change.
No pun intended.
Oh. What the fuck is going on here, man? Yo, what's going on here? I'm all right, I'm done.
Oh man. Yeah, that's
Look at
I'm done.
Um,
Yeah.
I
mean, what's up? I mean,
nobody can say nothing on
Trent,
that.
Trent had to change. So, like, how was it when you went through the situation, man?
Oh,
Chirp, chirp,
okay. Fine.
chirp, chirp.
No,
There we go. There we go.
I can't get no love. Man.
But for real though, like I
From reading this, I agree with Rob. I don't see a problem from reading it. But if what you say, Doc, if that's the case that she doesn't know whatever, then that opens up a whole nother Pandora's box.
it sounds like it, because I mean that's the only reason they would be writing us.
Yeah,
That has to be the only. That's the only reason they're writing us, because they scared to let their girl know that they actually a woman. You never know how they might like it. I don't know.
Yeah, man, you gotta live in your truth. 2020, you know what I mean? Just come out. Whatever.
Would you say Nehemiah 2020 already fucked up?
Yeah, what's the worst that can happen? You know.
it's true.
I mean, if the way the 2020 is going, like, what's that guy what was his name? Ryan White. They took him out to that farm and tied his ass to a post, and he died out there because he was gay.
Oh yeah.
I would never want to hear anything like that ever happen to somebody, man. Like, be honest. You need to be honest with people nowadays.
You know, Adrian said he bowed out earlier, so we gotta go back to him, man.
All right, what's up, Adrian?
Adrian, what you got?
Yeah,
what you got on it? 'Cause you
got to
looking
say about
you
that.
looking around the room.
Hey,
You looking around the room,
We'll
looking
let you get
around
away
like
with that, man.
let me think about this for a minute.
So what you say?
I'm gonna sit this one out.
Not the cricket.
I'm gonna sit this one out. This ain't.
Yo.
These are not natural things for me to talk about.
No, for sure. For sure. Understand. But Branded Bespoke is an equal opportunity employer. Any of the LGBTQ plus community, come on over to Branded Bespoke. You tired of getting harassed with your employer? Come on over to Branded Bespoke.
You know, turns it into a plug for
a public service announcement.
Plug your business every chance you get. Every chance
public
you
service
get.
announcement.
Ain't
Branded Bespoke. We'll hire you.
Hey, yo, check it out. Look, all right. So look, we're not wrapping up the show. All right. So once we close this little segment out, we're gonna come right back to you, and we're gonna dive a little bit down deeper into the questions and comments that you left us on Facebook. So if you have questions for Adrian, if you have questions for Nehemiah, you can write them in the comments, and we will get to as much as possible. All right. So on that note, I gotta close this segment out. Trent, man, Libra. How can they find you, Trent, dog? Do you even know?
You can nah.
Exactly.
Now you can find me at the Trent B5.
You had to look over here.
No.
You had to look over here.
No. That's it. That's the one.
You had to look over here.
That's the one.
Gutterfish one.
Rob, how can they find you, dog?
You can reach me on Donkey Faces. You can also reach me at Horse Faces. And, of course, you can reach me at Rob Waples on Facebook.
With a Z.
With an S.
No, it's Z. Donkey Face is a Z, right?
Robert S. Waples.
Oh, yeah. Robert S. Waples the second.
Yeah. Hey, Adrian, man, how can they people reach you on Instagram, Facebook, if they want to contact you, follow you? Not contact you, but follow you, dog. Okay.
Instagram is Smash Amos .31, and I believe it's the same for Twitter as well.
All right, cool.
Smash Amos .31.
Nehemiah, man, how can they reach you if they want to contact you?
Well, Twitter is _ Smash Amos 31.
All right. Everybody looking like, okay. Hey, Nehemiah, how can they reach you if they want to contact you, man? Especially your brand.
Yeah. Branded Bespoke on Instagram as well as Facebook, and you can also reach both of myself or Adrian and team at official Adrian Amos apparel.
All right, that's what's up. So look, man, like I said, y'all make sure y'all tune in because we coming right back. We just taking a quick 30-second changeover. We're gonna come right back to you. And all that good stuff. You can reach me on Instagram at docrj.5. You can reach me on Twitter at rjspeaks100. You can also follow us on Facebook at comfortable2uncomfortable.talk. You can also catch us on Instagram at comfortable2uncomfortable.talk. You can catch our podcast on YouTube at comfortable being uncomfortable. The podcast, one word. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hey, look, ladies and gentlemen, we coming right back. All right. Blue fire to our sorority sisters of Zeta Phi Beta and fraternity brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Lost my train of thought.
Yo, give yourself the crickets, man. Give yourself the crickets. There you go.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned.